Commission, I made you aware of the Secure Rural Schools Act of 1908, which provides assistance to state and rural communities affected by the exchange of timber into federal lands. Since its enactment, 25% of the revenues derived from the U.S. Forest Service initiative have been paid to states and counties in which national forest lands are located. The Secure Rural Schools and Community Self-Determination Act of 2000 outlines specific provisions for those counties electing to take advantage of the secure rural payments. The initial 80 to 85% of the payment falls under Title I of the program and are to be used specifically for roads and schools. All counties whose share of the funds is greater than $100,000 annually is required to allocate 15 to 20% of its share to Title II, Title III, or a combination of the two. Title II programs are for the improvement and maintenance of existing infrastructure, for the enhancement of forest ecosystems, as well as restoring and improving air quality. Title III projects are for the development of wildlife protection plans and/or reimbursement for county emergency services performed on federal lands. In the event the 15 to 20% allocations for Title II and Title III projects are not designated by counties and programs developed within the guidelines, these funds must be returned to the Treasury. For the first time in 2010 and again in 2011, I designated 15% of these funds to be applied toward Title II programs. The combination of these funds for the 2-year period equated to approximately $53,000. Working with Don Palmer on the Forest Service, Jack Perkins put together a paving project which scope includes resurfacing approximately 3/4 mile along Dennis Cove Road, addressing those sections that are in critical need of repair. On September 2011, Don Palmer and I submitted a formal request for the funding to the Cherokee National Forest Secure Rural Schools Resources Advisory Committee, at which time the committee approved the proposed project. On March 7th, Don met with Jack and me to advise the funds had been allocated and to secure signatures on the cooperative agreement between the county and the USDA Forest Service. The total amount of the project is $89,904, of which $53,140.83 comes from Title II contributions, $37.50 federal agency contributions, and $33,000 will be provided by the county. This funding comes available at a time of the year, a great time of year. I'm certain that work will begin as soon as weather permit and as Jack's schedule will allow. Ingrid Deloach will be coordinating all reimbursements to the county through Forest Service, administrative contact Joanne McGee. It's extremely important to note that over the past 10 years, had Carter County taken advantage of this program, more than $250,000 would have stayed here in the county and not been returned to the federal treasury. Coach, we've been waiting on you.
Sweet, thank you.
Some things never change. If you would, come up here.
Okay. I wasn't good.
We don't want you to go back to sleep. You would just right. We're here to congratulate you today for all your achievements. So if you can bear with me.
The old age.
I'm not discriminating.
Okay.
Proclamation honoring Charlie Charlie Bayless. Whereas Charlie Bayless was born October 1st, 1923 in Washington County, Tennessee. Long time ago.
Sure was.
Today, he has since traveled down many roads and enjoyed countless memorable journeys during the span of his 88 plus years on this earth. Whereas Charlie Bayless, as a student at Happy Valley High School, proved that he was an exceptional athlete, being lettered 4 years in basketball, 3 years in football, and 1 in baseball. Whereas, after high school graduation, Charlie Bayless proudly served his country during World War II as part of the 3rd Army in England, Belgium, and Germany. One of his many assignments was guarding high-ranking German officials or officers at Nuremberg prison, where they were held waiting trial for war crimes. Whereas, in January 1946, Staff Sergeant Bayless returned home from the war and married Jane Sisk. Whereas, Charlie Bayless continued his education in Milligan and then transferred to East Tennessee State College, where he played 2 seasons for the Bucks. Whereas, after graduating Happy Valley High School in June 1950, Charlie Bayless was appointed assistant coach under Carl Hooge. In 1952, Charlie moved to Jonesboro to serve as head coach. However, he returned to Happy Valley and in 1953 was appointed head coach. To date, Charlie has continuously and faithfully served in that role. Whereas Charlie Bayless is the only coach to ever win the Watauga Conference in all sports: baseball, basketball, football, track, and golf. Whereas Charlie Bayless's basketball teams have won 13 conference championships, 10 district titles, 3 regional championships, and advanced to the state tournament 4 times, winning the Class A state tournament in 1974. Whereas Charlie Bayless has logged 964 victories, ranking his performance 3rd overall in the state and 1st in games coached. Whereas in 1961, the Happy Valley High School Gymnasium was named in his honor. Whereas in 1989, Charlie Bayless was inducted to the East Tennessee Hall of Fame, 1993 TSSAA Hall of Fame, and 1997 ETSU Hall of Fame. Whereas in 2002, 2003, Charlie Bayless was a recipient of the TSSAA AF Bridges Award. Whereas Charlie Bayless's 60-year coaching career is the longest in the United States for a high school basketball coach. Whereas Charlie Bayless's 4 daughters, Sari, Charlene, Kathy, and Karen, have been his biggest supporters, rarely missing a game. Whereas Charlie Bayless has positively impacted the lives of countless youth throughout his teaching and coaching career, constantly stressing to his players that a strong work ethic would get them through life. One of his students recently stated that Charlie's mentoring helped him get through his basketball programs, high school, Vietnam, and 35 years at Eastman. What a tremendous testament that is to Coach Charlie Bayless. Whereas Charlie Bayless has served 50 plus years as a county commissioner, now, therefore, be it resolved, I, Leon Humphrey, Mayor of Carter County, honor and congratulate Charlie Bayless for his successful life, outstanding accomplishments as husband, father, coach, teacher, mentor, and civic leader. I applaud him for his tireless commitment to excellence, which has resulted in 60 plus years of professional service to the citizens of Carter County. Not wanting to lose sight of the overwhelming significance of Charlie's contribution, I hereby proclaim October 1 of each year as Charlie Bayless Day. Proclaim this 19th day of March, 2010. Congratulations.
Roscoe was on there. We set up 1986 when the state champ didn't win the state, went to the state. Roscoe, but assistant coach Dick ran for over 30 years. Helped me a lot. Stand up, Dickie. Coach says he kept the football, put up, and Saunders Cutler, cheerleader, had no was making fun.
I'd like to add that Harry Sisk had something to do with Charlie Bayless's career. His son, Jeff, was on the team that won the state championship in '74, and tell him who coached him in '70. That would be me.
Well, you know, I'm honored today to be able to stand in the same podium with Coach, Keith, and Camille, because you're looking, you know, 120 years worth of service right there, all rolled into one. So let's give them all one round. I have discovered there's a funding program referred to as high priority projects, local. More specifically, where Carter County is concerned, that would equate to $449,951 that are available for the improvement of streetscapes and pavement repair. These are federal funds that have been designated and require a 20% local match, of which in this case equates to $112,488, resulting in a final project amount of $562,439. I have communicated with Glenn Berry, Director of the Municipal Planning Organization, Mr. Chris Craig of the Rural Planning Organization, Teresa Estes of TDOT's Program Development and Administration, as well as Mr. Kip Mayton, TDOT Local Transportation Manager, to get as much information as possible pertaining to these type of projects. Jack Perkins and I have discussed this matter and are in agreement that we need to take advantage of this opportunity. He will be working with an engineering firm to define the scope of a project from those roads noted on the TDOT Urban Functional Classification System maps. Once this is complete, an application will be filed for the funds to be obligated to the project. These transportation projects also require local agency representatives, which will be administrators of the contract, as well as technical administrators overseeing the construction of the projects, to attend an 8-hour training course pertaining to local government guideline manuals and right-of-ways. The next available class will be held on April the 3rd in Cleveland, Tennessee. Ingrid DeLoach, Shannon Burkett, Jonathan Powell, and I will be attending. As I understand, the actual time frames of these projects vary, and could take 9 to 12 months, provided everything goes well. But that's $500,000.